Alrighty. It looks like we are live here for a briefing on the YouTube channel. Um, so yeah, we're here for a severe weather briefing. Just had to check to make sure if we were live, and indeed we were. Um, First of all, we're going to start off looking at the SPC outlooks here, or today at least, uh, which is why we are live for today's upcoming severe weather episode. If this website can load, and here we go. All right. We do have a moderate risk for severe weather for today. That goes for central and eastern Illinois, and then going towards western Indiana as well. Pretty decently large moderate risk here. This encompasses, let me see here. This encompasses, if it can load, that'd be nice. This encompasses over 4 million people just in the moderate alone. This is a tornado-driven moderate risk with a 15 sig 2 outlined. This goes for, I mean, why is it blue? It's hurting my eyes. Anyways, the people in the sig 2 risk, or the cities, Indianapolis, Joliet, Springfield, Peoria, Gary, Indiana. So basically, almost nearly the identical areas that experienced those large tornadoes on June 11th are in today's moderate risk yet again. So kind of like a rinse and repeat here, going back to June 11th and today. So we do get a new SPC outlook here in about 20 minutes. Honestly, I I don't really think they will go high risk. That's just me though. Um, Considering the fact that we've seen a lot of morning convection, even though that MCS is dying out in the middle of the moderate, I still think there are still some uncertainties, especially with the morning convection behind the MCS2. We'll see how long that persists as it goes into the moderate, if it weakens, strengthens, and you know what. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. If they do issue a special MCD, it would be probably in about 5 to 10 minutes, because usually they would issue a special MCD for like if they're gonna go high risk or whatever. Or what, Ohio WX just said, they could go high risk at 4 p.m. So, I mean, the chances of this going high risk, in my opinion, they have gone down. Last stream yesterday, I did say about a 60% chance they'll go high risk. Now I kind of feel like 40%. Um, I mean, we'll see though. It's not really up to me, honestly. I'm just over here going live and doing severe weather coverage and doing briefings and stuff. Um, but I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. Today is still shaping up to be a very significant day, whether or not it's going to be high risk, because we still have a moderate risk for tornadoes. So that is still pretty dangerous. Either way, if it doesn't go high risk, today's still shaping up to be a pretty dangerous day for many across central Illinois, for like Champaign, Peoria, Urbana, Lincoln, and then going into Indianapolis, Gary, Lafayette, and those cities there too. So, I mean, first of all, if we could take a look at mesoanalysis here, we can actually take a look here at a few things here I wanted to point out. If the site can load, that'd be nice. Let's see. But while this loads, we're going to take a look at a few products here. So starting off with said light, you could see some clearing behind this morning convection trying to pop out here. There's also another website we could take a look at the satellite College of Dew page that has a pretty good satellite picture on things. But you could see we have some partial clearing behind this MCS and all this convection that has been firing out here in eastern Iowa, which kind of raises a concern there. When you get clearing like that, your surface heating starts to build, your its stability starts to rise, and if we go to the Cape, surface-based Cape, you can see that instability trying to push further north here. Uh, this instability pulling more north, going into Iowa, and then eventually, once this morning convection moves out, which it could be in, I don't know, it's going to be a little bit, since we have more storms trying to fire right behind it too. But later in the day, we're going to have more instability pull up to the north. Um, so, depending on the northern extent of how far north that instability goes, it's really going to be dependent on how strong our tornado threat will be. Wind shear is going to be another thing too we'll look at. But if we go in the future here for about a few more hours, you could see once that morning convection moves out, we get a lot of instability to pull more north, and that would be more a little bit concerning too, because that would lead to more surface heating, which comes from some clearing. Um, your temperatures start to rise a little bit too, and everything just becomes more unstable. If we take a look at the surface observations, you could see we got some due southwesterlies, even almost due southerlies out here in Missouri, trying to pull these very saturated dew points further north here. And that is set to increase later in the day. As once again, what I referred to is surface heating building later for Illinois. Right now it's building in Missouri because we have clearing ongoing in Missouri. And right here in Iowa, what I referred to is the partial clearing. Once this MCS moves up on out of here, which right now it is weakening as it gets into Indiana, a lot of this clearing right here is going to go into Illinois too. And your 850 millibars, your winds at the 850, the 850 millibar is slightly above the surface. Well, actually quite a bit above the surface, but not really high up. It's more the low levels. So once these storms, right, once these storms fire later in the day, they're going to tap into that kinematic environment, and that will be something to keep an eye on too, because when those storms, right, tap into that wind shear, they can start to rotate, and that is going to be a concern for these storms and supercells that develop later today. Wind shear, we'll take a look at that too as well. 0 to 1 kilometer SRH, we've got a lot of that out there. So very kinematic packed environment setting up for today. And all of these products are based off of the RAP model, the RAP analysis. So yeah. And also, I do want to go to College of Dew page because we get scans to update faster on that than we do on the mesoanalysis page, because that updates like every 30 minutes or something. I'm not quite sure. But if we go to satellite and radar, you could see another thing down there, another spinny thing. That spinny thing is Tropical Storm Arthur. And that is set to make landfall in Louisiana as a low-end tropical storm. The main impacts with that are going to be major flooding and a few tornadoes, a few brief tornadoes. But if we go zoom in on the sector here, that's not a sector, that is products. If I go to, let's do sub-regional, that we get a little bit of a wider picture of satellite. You can see a little bit of clearing trying to pop out here in Iowa. So that's something to keep an eye on as we get later and later into the day. I did set a or schedule a live stream at 3 o'clock for severe weather coverage. I do expect storms to fire around that time. So this stream is just a briefing and to go over today's threat. Is that an outflow boundary? Hold on. I'm so curious. I think I see an outflow boundary, chat. I need to... Trying to find this outflow boundary. I thought I saw it. I think your outflow boundary is right here in this area. And those storms could fire on that boundary later. Very interesting. Let's go back to... actually, we'll go down to the Texas sector so we can take a look at the tropical system down there. Oh, let's not go continental. We'll go to the Gulf. Look at that. Look at that spinny thing. That center of low pressure is barely off the coast, it looks like. It's barely off the coast of Texas there. And all that convection on the east side of that center of low pressure, all of that is bubbling up. Very interesting. We're going to get a new SPC outlook here in about 10 to 15 minutes. If we go down to the National or Storm Prediction Center page. Yeah, because they do say several intense tornadoes, swaths of damaging wind gusts over 75 miles per hour, and damaging wind-driven hail. Large hail will be possible. Wow. Yeah, you can see the MCS is dying out as it gets into that middle part of the moderate. Yeah, pretty strong wording. I mean, if they were to issue an MCD, it would be right about now. If they were going to go high risk. Looks like they may keep it moderate, is my prediction. But we'll see. They may go high risk later. I don't even know. Honestly, we're kind of now casting at this point. Just using satellite and meso analysis. Really no point using the HRRR. I mean, you can use it. I just wouldn't really use it for exact detail. Strong wording. I think so too, yeah. I did make a post last night. I tweeted, hot take, they wouldn't go high risk tomorrow. That was last night. Man, turns out I feel like I might be right on this. You know, even if it doesn't go high risk, guys, we're still looking at a very significant day for tornadoes. Like, put it in perspective, 15 sig 2, that's pretty high end. That's like on the higher spectrum for a moderate risk. The highest you can go is 6.3, 15% for tornadoes for a moderate risk. I mean, they could honestly go 6.3 moderate. That wouldn't really shock me all that much. The scenario is there. I just feel like that would be a little too aggressive for the SPDC to do that. Do you think we will see a PDS tornado watch? Yeah, most likely. Most likely. I feel like we will see a PDS tornado watch later today. Um, I would guess the probabilities would be it could be 80-80. Um, the lowest, the floor, I would say for the probs for Tor, I would probably say like 80-60. That's like the absolute floor, I feel like. But I feel like 80-80 is a realistic scenario for the probabilities, um, in my opinion. I don't know why we had that random MCD for a violent tornado earlier this morning. That caught me off guard so bad. Like if we go back here, take a look at that previous MCD. If it loads, that would be nice. If it loads, that would be nice. Let's see. Yeah, right here. 140 to 170. That was not needed, honestly. There were like I mean, that caught me off so guard. Oh my goodness, English. That caught me off so much. Like 140 to 170. Even the winds, 85 to 100. Like, okay. I mean, okay. But once the new Outlook comes out, we'll read their discussion in that Outlook. Um, did we get a new meso analysis? I think we did. 16Z. Yeah, I think this is the new meso analysis. Yeah, you could see that instability trying to push further north. Very interesting. This satellite. Yeah, you could see that clearing. Oh yeah. And it's 12:30, guys. Yeah, I think we're in for a big day here. I think we're in for a big day. The instability could push further north here for a little bit. Because you could see that instability axis right there. And if we match that up with visible satellite, right? It's all right there. And that clearing in Iowa could probably help destabilize things. Just a little slightest bit of clearing could get things a little unstable out there. If we take a look at surface observations again, you could see low 70s, upper 62s coming out of the southwest. Your wind barbs are coming out of the southwest, southwest of southerlies. Yeah, those are going to rise a little bit more. And another thing that could probably underperform for today for tornadoes, I would say would be lapse rates and, over convection. We could see too many storms fire, and that would lead to more kind of unfavorable storm mode for tornadoes. So, Yeah, your 850's cranking right now. You're currently writing Father's Day cards? Sweet. But here's this MCD that came out 42 minutes ago. Severe threat continues. Got a few wind reports out there too as well from this morning's MCS. If we go to weather front here, hopefully it won't bug on me like it did yesterday. If we go to radar. Trying to find a radar if you're in Illinois. We'll use the Lincoln radar. If I close these tabs, I don't need Discord open right now. The morning MCD is giving me memories of June 11th. I don't like this color table. I think I should change it. I don't like this color table. I think I should change it. What if I download this? What if I download Weatherfront? Can I just like... What if I download this? I feel like using it as a browser really kind of makes things a little glitchy. Like, is it available on desktop? No, sadly. Nope. Yeah, you can see your MCS is dying. Yeah, you can see your MCS is dying. All right, 1 minute late. What does that mean, chat? 1 minute late. All right, 1 minute late. What does that mean, chat? 1 minute late. Kind of late here. Oh, okay. All right, they just released their outlook. Looks like it's still moderate. Let's see. I don't think they have changed anything yet. No, not yet. They have not changed anything yet. We're gonna have to wait until everything updates there. Okay, they did add a slight risk down there. Looks like they shifted the moderate south a little bit. Am I tripping? I don't know if I'm tripping. They might have kind of shifted the moderate south just a little bit. I see they added a slight there for Louisiana. I'm assuming that would be Tor. Because the other outlook showed it was a marginal, so
Hey,
yeah,
we're gonna go so many chairs.
okay.
Hurry up. You're going.